January 2nd, 2021. I shot a video releasing with a title that I have parted ways with Beyond Eternal. When I made that video, I made it out of anger, frustration, and I wasn't in the best of headspaces at the time. And I know some people are going to be watching this going, no, you just don't have anything else other to do musically, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to put yourself back into a band that you probably don't want to be a part of. Well, here's the thing. At that time, I would say yes. It's been a year and a half. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of in the midst of just kind of moving some shit around. And also, I've got the fucking COVID, so, you know, I'm home today and yesterday. So, the biggest part of when I made that video was the day before we had listened to the mixes of the record. The newest one, I'm sure you guys know. And I made a conscious decision to fucking leave. Because I'm like, all of this, nobody's listening to me. I feel like I'm not getting listened to. No one, the changes that I'm asking to be made are not going to be made. Blah, blah, fucking blah. So because I was in a shit mood, I ripped basically the band members apart. And I wasn't exactly the easiest guy to deal with at that time. I went home. Stewed, pissed off. We had a discussion the next day, and I said, fuck it, I'm out. I had enough of this, no one's listening, blah, 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 blah. So in that fucking mood, I made the decision to leave. What I should have done is, and this is the part of being in a fucking band, all of this shit is in play at some point. What I should have said was, hey boys, look, let's just fucking chill for a week or so. Everybody go do what you gotta do. Get yourself back into square one. And we'll regroup. Have a chitty chat. And fucking discuss what the issues are. When it's just the four of us and not an entire house of fucking people in one room trying to discuss a fucking mixing session. So, in the process, over the last year and a half, I've been kind of fucking curmudgeon about things. Had I have just said, no, let's just fucking stop and think about things and move on and regroup after a week or two or whatever the case may have been, maybe we could have said, all right, let's just fucking, let's do what we need to do and move on. Well, I didn't, obviously, as you noticed. I've been friends with Roy now for so fucking long, and there are bits that fucking, I just kind of look at him and go, what the fuck are you doing? And I can fucking assure you, it's the same thing that he looks at me and goes, what the fuck are you going on about? But when it comes to being on records and being in a band, that's the band I've been involved with for the last fucking 10 years now. Well, not now, but later in the year, it'll be 10 years. And what I need to do is that if I can finally actually get the ability to sit back and go, okay, this doesn't make sense to me, let's fucking stop, let's move on to something else, and let's talk about the other thing after. If I'm able to do that going forward, and that's on me, this is all on me, I have to get into that mindset that I can't just fucking, you know, maybe if it gets to the point, I'll just have to come back to this video and go, okay, what am I doing here? And it's not even a world issues thing or nothing. It was literally over mixes. I just didn't fucking, I have my own opinions of it. But now that I've rejoined, I've got lyrics that I had written for Age of Sin. And since that kind of went down the tube real I shouldn't say real quick, at least over a year. I'm taking those lyrics and I'm bringing it back. We're going to write some songs, some new songs, and we're going to get a drummer. Well, we have a guy in waiting. We just got to try him out. And if he works out, then you'll see another post. We'll see how things go. We will need a bass player. That is for sure. A bassist will be needed. And then we'll go from there. Because no matter what I think or fucking say, these just ain't cutting it. Because over the last 2 to 3 to 4 weeks at work, or I'm in a new department, I'm constantly using these far more than I did before. You know, there's just no chance. I even picked up a bass and tried to play it a little while ago, and it just fucking wouldn't work. So, what Roy and I have basically decided is now that I'm back as a lead vocalist, co-lead vocalist, let's not get that misconstrued real quick. I will be doing co-vocals with him. There will be times where he and I will switch off. Maybe what we'll do is we'll even try to work on some of the old songs to go like that. He'll do a verse, I'll do a verse. I'll do a verse, he'll do a verse. Blah, blah, fucking blah. You know how it is. That being said, having 4 new songs that we're going to just write and put out with my vocals on them, we can have more of me on songs, and that way he's not cooking his voice. And we've also made the decision that if for some reason all of this doesn't work out the way we want it to, because we're still putting the songs out regardless. If for some reason that this doesn't work out and we kind of have to come to a decision where the two of us go, let's just fucking put a bullet in this fucking thing, and we'll do that. He and I, if it ever gets down to that point where it's like, okay, fuck this, end it, we have already made the decision that the two of us will still continue on musically, and we will do whatever. So that's the first thing. We're going to get a drummer, write some new tunes, figure out bass. I mean, because if need be, Roy can always play it. Who gives a shit? Or he can always record the bass parts. I can't. Or if someone decides to say, hey, I'll come play bass, cool, let's do it. So, enough of my fucking ranting and raving like a fucking twat. So there's no chance I walk away from this. And yes, I know, I've already said this 4 fucking times because I'm an idiot. The first couple times were literally you're going to be busy doing this other thing, so do that, and then so the first couple times, the only issue was this last time. That was the only real issue. That was the only sort of angry moment I had. Every other time was other bands. Roy's just like, go do that, man, whatever. So, anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Shred me in the comments, because I wholeheartedly expect it, because I'm a fucking dummy and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But that's pretty much it. So even if BE implodes, we'll just start something new. Because at this point, we're not going anywhere. So, thanks, guys. See you soon.